Hello, and welcome back once again to the Mikeable Gaming channel. I haven't done a video in quite a while. Me and Harvey, my mate who do the podcast, we've been pretty busy. But I thought it's today, Friday, the 11th of June. And what does that mean? It's a start of the Euros. I've got my England shirt on ready to record this video. And I am going to be doing a cheeky Euros tournament predictor. I don't know why it's still called Euro 2020, obviously, for licensing reasons, I believe. But it is 2021 and the Euros is underway tonight with Italy against Turkey. So I'm going to go through the tournament predictor all the way to the end, give you who I think is going to win it. And then I will also give you who I think is going to get the golden boot, who's going to be some of the best players, the dark horses. And you'll see a couple of teams that I think could falter early on. So we're going to start off with Group A. We've got Switzerland, Turkey, Wales and Italy. I think Italy have been on an insane run recently under Mancini, so we'll put them top. 29 games unbeaten. I think they've got a really good young squad combined with some older players, but they've got some young players coming through like Barella and Chiesa, players that are really going to show up at this tournament. Next up, I'm going to go for Turkey, because although they're playing first tonight, I think that could be a tight game in the first game of the Euros, but Turkey have got a really good young squad. Wales to come third. I think they show up at international tournaments, and Switzerland are going to take that last place spot in Group A. Next up, we have Group B with Russia, Belgium, Denmark and Finland. I think Belgium are easily going to top this group. I think the likes of Lukaku has been on flying form this season, and they've got a very old back line, and this could be their last chance. Maybe next year at the World Cup could be the last chance for this golden generation of Belgians. You know, Vertonghen. You've got Vertonghen, you've got Alderweireld, you've got Hazard, who may not play that much. Kevin De Bruyne, see how he's doing after that injury sustained in the Champions League final. Lukaku, Dries Mertens, you know, they've got some very top quality players in that team. Next up, though, I am going to go for, I think I'm going to go Denmark. You know, I think Russia had a very good 2018 World Cup, so they will come third, and Finland's only notable player is probably Teemu Pukki. I can't think of anyone else, but Russia had the backing of the home fans in 2018, which really helped them progress through the tournament. But I think they will come third behind Belgium and a very good Denmark team with Christian Eriksen coming into form. Next up, I think it's quite easy that Netherlands have been playing very well, although since Ronald Koeman left and Frank de Boer took charge, they haven't looked very good under him. They are missing, obviously, Virgil van Dijk and Donny van der Beek now, but Memphis Depay's been in scintillating form. They've still got some good young players in De Ligt and, you know, so many good young players in that Dutch team. So they're going to come top. I think Ukraine have got a very good team. They've got a good chance. I think they'll come second, you know, with Zinchenko from Man City playing in his preferred role as a midfielder, attacker midfielder, playmaker. A lot of people are going to maybe put Austria in third, but I think North Macedonia deserve a shout. You know, they've got some decent players in Goran Pandev and Alioski from Leeds. Obviously, they've got some very good players, and they did beat Germany 2-1. So I'm going to put Macedonia in third and put Austria down the bottom. I don't think Austria looked that good against England, even though we weren't great. Now, we come to Group D with England, and I'm going to be honest, I'm going to throw in a bit of a surprise. England are going to come top. I think that's a given. Second and third place, I'm torn between two teams. Scotland have a very good team, and they're a very good work rate, you know, and that game next Friday on the 18th of June against England is going to be absolutely massive. You know, England versus Scotland could be huge. England, I think, beat Croatia on Sunday 2-3-0. I think it's going to be quite simple. I don't see Croatia as much as of a threat anymore. Modric isn't what he was. Rakitic, their backline isn't as good. They're older than what they were. You know, Kovacic is still top class, playing for Chelsea, Champions League winner, but I don't think they come anywhere close to England's level in this game like they did in the semi-finals of the 2018 World Cup. So second, I'm going to go for Czech Republic. I think they've got a very good team. Souček and Kufal, the two boys at West Ham, have done bits. Scotland are going in third, and Croatia, I think, are going to come bottom of that group. Next up, we've got Poland, Spain, Sweden and Slovakia in Group E. I think this isn't as easy as people are going to think. You know, Poland obviously have the likes of Lewandowski, who I think deserves a Ballon d'Or this season. A lot of shouts for N'Golo Kante to get it after winning the Champions League, recent World Cup wins, and potentially winning the Euros this season. But I don't think he deserves it. I think Lewandowski Lewandowski deserves it, especially after he was robbed of it last year when they abandoned the trophy. But I think Spain are going to come top. I think they've got a very good young team. Ferran Torres plays really well for them. And Dani Olmo, obviously, from RB Leipzig. They've just got some players that are really picking up some form. Poland will come second. Sweden will come third. And Slovakia in fourth. Now, this is a big group. This is the group of death. Portugal, the recent Euros winners in 2016. France are World Cup winners of 2018. Germany, who are a powerhouse, obviously haven't been great in the past few seasons, and Joachim Low has known that they haven't been great, so they've actually brought back the likes of Thomas Müller and Mats Hummels. Thomas Müller, who's had an insane couple of seasons for Bayern Munich, and Hungary, who unfortunately are going to come last in this group. Their best player, Szoboszlai, is injured, so he's not in it, but top of this group, I think a lot of people are going to put France. A lot of my mates think that France and Germany, or a lot of people think France and Germany are top two, but I think Portugal have got a shout of coming second. I really don't know who the top two are going to be, so I'm going to go for France, Portugal, Germany, then Hungary. But next up, what we do is we get to pick the four best third place winners. So we're going to look at these. I think Wales take points off Switzerland and maybe a draw off them too. Russia the same. I think Wales and Russia go through. I'm not sure about this group. I think Netherlands beat both of them too. Ukraine beat both of them too. So I'm going to go for Wales and Russia as two of the four. I'm going to go for Scotland. And I'm torn between whether Germany go out at the group stages or whether the win against Hungary, I think all three of them win. That's 3 points. But if Sweden beats Slovakia, they only need a point. So it's going to be tough. I think Group F is going to have a couple of draws. So I will go Wales, Russia, Scotland, and Germany as my four best placed third teams. So no surprises really. Croatia going out, maybe being the finalists of the 2018 World Cup. But I don't think they're that incredible anymore. They've aged badly and they probably got a bit lucky to get into the World Cup final, and they didn't really show their class in the final. I think they were well beaten by France. But here we go. It's now going to make the bracket. Obviously, England coming first. We have to play second place in Group F, which I've put down as Portugal. So it would benefit us coming second or third in our group if we are best losers. But that's not how we do it. You've got to play the best teams at some point, be it in the final, be it in the quarterfinals. You've got to beat the best team. So we're going to start off in the round of 16 with Belgium against Scotland. I think this is as far as Scotland go, as well as they could do. And I think they won't get battered by Belgium. I think Belgium are a better team. Italy against Ukraine. Italy are just on some good form. I think they are going to go far in this tournament. France against Russia. I think France ease that. Czech Republic against Poland is a very good game, and I think it will be tight, but I'm going to back Lewandowski and his Polish boys. Spain against Wales is a tough one to call. I think Wales have got a lot of talent in their team. Gareth Bale is picking up a bit of form at the end of the season, and who knows, without Sergio Ramos in that Spain squad and David De Gea off form, they've got Simon, the young Spanish keeper who started a lot of games. He's usurped both De Gea and Kepa. It could be a tight game, but I'm going to go Spain. England against Portugal. I think Portugal are a proper favourite in this tournament, as well as England. Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, Renato Sanchez is picking up form, Bernardo Silva, Diogo Jota's going to the tournament, obviously, as well as their centre-backs. Like Pepe's been in great form in the Portuguese league for Porto. They've got João Cancelo, who's been on flying form for Man City. But I've got to back the boys. I've got to back England. I think we'll squeeze through that 2-1. Netherlands against Germany is a big game because Netherlands have got a good team, like I said. Depay is on fire. But I think with the likes of Van Dijk missing, I think once they come up against a top team like Germany, Portugal or France, whoever they come up against from that group, when they top their group, I think they played the third best loser of a certain group. I think Germany go through there. Turkey, Denmark, I think Turkey win that game. I think they've got a very good team. I think they're underrated. They're a dark horse in my opinion. I think Turkey could get further than people expect. So when you look at the teams, I've got Belgium, Italy, France, Poland, Spain, England, Germany and Turkey. I think Turkey is the one team not a lot of people are going to have at this stage of the tournament. So we'll start from the bottom. I do think Germany beat the Turks. Obviously, a bunch of German players in the past have hailed from Turkey, the likes of Mesut Ozil, who has Turkish origins. England against Spain, I just think our boys, we're looking good. Our backline's a bit, well, our centre-back situation with Maguire just coming back from injury is looking a bit better than what it was. I would have liked Jordan Henderson to have a bit more time to get back to full fitness, but that's fine. Jude Bellingham's on fire. Declan Rice is on fire. We've got Mason Mount, Phil Foden, Jack Grealish. All three of them are on absolute flames, as well as Sancho. Sterling's dropped off a bit, and I do love Raheem, but I think he doesn't start as much. I think we need to play the likes of Foden, Mount, Grealish, Sancho. We need a mixture of them with Harry Kane up top. So I'm going England. Next up, it's France versus Poland. Again, Poland don't have a big enough squad and a well-rounded squad to beat the likes of France. They have got Lewandowski, but that's as far as they go. And Belgium versus Italy is a tough one. I think it's going to be close, depending on who shows up on the day. Could win that, because obviously if France don't show up on the day against Poland, I still think France beat Poland. But these two, it's about who plays better on the day, in the sense that one mistake or just an off day for any of these teams. So I'm going to go Italy. I think Italy make it through to the semi-finals, meaning that Belgian team underachieve yet again. And we go through to the semi-finals. Italy, France, England and Germany, powerhouses of the European stage, you know. I think France make it to the final. I don't see Italy beating France. And England versus Germany is a tough one. It's been a big fixture in the past. And if this was a semi-final fixture, that would be absolutely huge. And I think I've got to back the boys. I think England win this game. Now, in the final, it's going to be tough. My heart says England. My head says England. Everything's saying England. But when you actually think about it, France have got such an incredible squad. It is a one-off game, but with the likes of N'Golo Kante and Mbappe, Karim Benzema coming back into the squad, even though I think Giroud suits the squad better, they've just got such a good backline. I think they're strong in every single position, whereas I think we falter a tiny bit at centre-back, and teams like France could pull us apart. It's going to be a tough one to call. Do I think England are ready to win a major competition? Yeah, I think this is such a good year for the likes of Mount, Foden, Sancho, Bellingham, Rice, all these players, Reece James, you know, all these players all to get involved in the squad in a major tournament ready for next year's World Cup in Qatar. And I think we can go far in that tournament. But because I don't want to look like someone that backed France in the final, if England were to win the Euros, I don't want to look like I got it wrong. I'm going to go for England. England are winning the Euros. It's coming home. Harry Kane's going to be the top goal scorer. Phil Foden or Mason Mount's going to be player of the tournament. That's that. We're going to be the European champions. Thank you for watching. Drop your predictions down below, whether you think I'm right, whether you think I'm wrong. Come on, England!